Yes, it's the Benny Hill Show. And here's the man himself, Benny Hill.
So I said to Anne-Marie one night, next time you're angry, Anne-Marie, just count to 20 and you'll see. You'll feel better and you won't feel like a fight. Now to count to 10, she has to take her gloves off. To count to 20, she needs her toes as well, and that's why. By the time she's taken off her gloves and tights, she doesn't feel like a fight. And if she does it in front of me, then more don't I. I went in the Sydney Star, nipped up to Sue behind the bar. Said the drinks are on me, I'll have 12 pints of the best. And would you care to join me, Sue? She said, I'll have a mouthful too. I said, don't be greedy, you'll get a pint, same as the rest. She said, you're so drunk you can't see straight. I said, I'll tell you something, mate. I can see the cat coming in through the doors at a nasty cloud. Because he's only got one eye, and in that he's got a sty. She said, the cat ain't coming in, it's going out. On came the cabaret, and I swear that to this day, I've never seen an act that was quite so rude. On came a girl quite bare, and she had lovely curly hair. Apart from a few wild birds, she was in the nude. She had pigeons on her toes, a bird of paradise up her nose. She had a cock or two, it was bright green. On her navel perched a dove, and a few inches above were the biggest parakeets I've ever seen. Oh, so many girls in this great big world, and oh, so little time. If I was free and 23, oh, I would like it fine. But I'm married to a bag with a face like a hag, and oh, it's purgatory. Time's running out for me. Oh, there are so many girls in this great big world, and oh, so little time. If I was free and 23, oh, I would like it fine. But I'm married to a bag with a face like a hag, and oh, it's purgatory. Time's running out for me. with a face like a hanging Owensburger tree. Time's running out for me.
Looking ahead to later tonight, I see that at 9 o'clock, Will and Sonny are once again moving on.
Hey, Sonny, look what I found. My God! Go get a doctor, quick! Say, Sonny, you hurt bad?
You ever hear of anybody hurt good?
How did it happen, man?
Remember back in '69 went through Houston?
Yeah?
Remember that Lois gal?
The one with the big spread.
That's the one. Well, I never told you this. Only one night she asked me to see her home and said she was afraid of prowlers. So I done that. Get up to her front door and she said she was afraid of the dark. Would I go in and switch on the lights? So I done that for her. Then she said she'd hurt her hand and would I mind helping her take off her clothes? So I done that for her. Then she sat down next to me in the divan and she sort of leans across me and switches off the light.
What did you do, man?
Well, I can take a hint. I'll come on home. You see, just now I was working away and I had in my hand one of them little sharp-pointed little oil things.
Nipples.
It's true. You see, I get to thinking about Lois, and it suddenly dawned on me what that gal really wanted me to do. You know what I did? Put my hand up to my forehead like that. I went, wow! You know what? Done it again.
At 10:40, our big CinemaScope feature film.
Day after day in their darkened huts. Outside the sun is shining, but they just sit in the dark, eating nuts, drinking fermented maize water, and swallowing clotted goat's milk, which they eat with a simple wooden spoon. What a backward, childlike people they are.
I'm home, honey.
Oh, sheep dip.
Guess what? That doctor insisted on giving me a complete examination. I had to take all of my clothes off. Can you imagine that?
Do you mind? I'm eating.
That doctor told me I have the most perfect body he's ever seen.
Didn't he say anything about that big, fat, ugly bum of yours?
No, he never even mentioned your name. God, you're disgusting. And look at the way you dressed me. If any of your friends came round here, they'd think I was the cook.
Not if they came to dinner.
It's our anniversary.
Oh, it's our anniversary. Big deal.
You remember our wedding night? Gosh, you were so eager you didn't even give me time to take my stockings off.
Tonight you'll have time to knit yourself a pair.
You stunk! Nick and Honey.
Congratulations, dear.
Oh, for me?
Yeah.
Oh, how kind.
Oh, you and Martha have been married for 14 years.
It's funny. I don't remember breaking 2 mirrors.
Mom, 14 years married to that great big He-Man.
He-Man, honey, that feller of mine got a hernia trying to inhale a filter cigarette.
Well, I never did.
Honey, you must have done.
The girls at college adore him. Doesn't it ever worry you, him chasing after girls?
Honey, I've got a dog that chases after cars. But if he caught one, he couldn't drive the damn thing! Why don't you lace up your mouth and rant out your head as a football? Men like me don't grow on trees, you know. No, they swing from them!
Well, we just stepped by to wish you well.
It's been lovely, it really has.
You'll have to forgive her. She's going through a funny time.
It's all right, I understand.
You do understand, don't you? Did you see the way that man looked at me? What would you do if you came home and found a man in bed with me? I'd hit him over the head with his white stick.
She's beautiful, and she uses palms.
I use pawns. So does a duck. That's true. There. You think I'm lovely, don't you, Polly? Polly, say you're lovely. Say you're lovely.
You're lovely. You're lovely.
You turn me on, you sexy thing.
You turn me on, you sexy thing.
Come along, my dear. Time for your bed.
Looking ahead to tomorrow evening at 7 o'clock, it's This Is Your Life.
It's your old friends Jack and Ginger Nuts.
Hello, Ted. You haven't changed the bed yet. Hello, Ted. You haven't changed the bed.
Now, Ted, before you were married in 1950, you were in hairdressing, and here's a picture of you coming up on the monitor now. Do you recognize this voice?
What shall I take down now, Mr. Proudfoot?
Yes, your secretary till you got married, still single, Miss Susie Freelove.
Sale of the Half Century follows at 7:30.
From Norwich, it's the Quiz of the Week.
Yes, it's the sale of the half century. And on offer tonight, this lovely pair of accessories. These choice Diamante simulated imitation pearl brooches in the shops at £82 and on offer for just £8. A £1,000 Riviera holiday for two on offer for just £10. Now let's meet the man with the questions, Nicholas Parcel.
And welcome indeed to Sale of the Half Century. So right away, let's meet our first contestant. She is a lady, so she tells me, and she is an authoress. She's just written a book called How to Make Your Marriage Work, and she's now writing the sequel, How to Make Your Husband Work. She is Teresa Tingle. What a delightful creature she is, to be sure. Our lone male guest this evening comes from Belfast, and he is married, he has 17 children, and his hobby is bell ringing, and he is Mr. Jack Reineman. And ladies and gentlemen, last but by no means least, a delightful young lady with the delightful name of Melanie. It's a very apt name, isn't it? Absolutely describes them to describes her. They are Melanie. She is a Melanie. She's a British girl. And she tells me that her hobby is calisthenics, which means that twice a week she strips for Jim. Lucky Jim, how I envy him. Although in actual fact, I believe she doesn't. You don't have a boyfriend, do you, my dear? If you won the holiday for two, another man would have to sort of come along with you, wouldn't I? Wouldn't he? Yeah. I see. Well, she is actually by profession a cookery expert. Now, the first question is, what is the principal ingredient of vol au vent?
Pastry.
Oh, well done, Melanie. Not too well done, though. Fancy you getting that one right. Well done. Now, the next one. What is a Welsh rarebit?
Cheese on toast.
Oh, right again, fancy that. Although, of course, I have heard of a Welsh rarebit referred to as a virgin from Cardiff, but, we won't dwell on that, will we?
Why do you keep asking cookery questions? Give us a chance too.
Sorry. What is a wooden wedding?
10 years.
2 Poles getting married. What a pity, what a pity. Well, now then, let's see what we have on our instant sale, shall we?
This easily assembled kitchen table unit comes with all parts interlocked. Hardy lime wood, ready for painting in whatever your favorite color happens to be. Value £37.
No offers for that? Oh, you do surprise me. Now then, the questions now go to £3. And what is the name of this tune that Peter Fenchurch is playing?
The cobbler's song?
No, it's not the cobbler's song, dear, no.
After the ball?
You're sort of half right. Not quite, no.
I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts.
Are you boasting again? No, it is, of course, Colonel Bogey. Well, now then, let's have a look and see what we have on offer in the open sale.
This radiogram with a supply of hit records, including Victor Sylvester at Nashville, Houghton's Motorworks Band at Ronnie Scott's, and Mrs. Mills plays Mendelssohn and loses. Yours for a song at £1. This garbage disposal unit, guaranteed for 1 year or double your garbage back, £5. These are just a few of the items on the open sale tonight.
And no offers. Well, I never. Well, the questions now go up to £5. Here we are. If you don't leave my wife alone, I shall... You didn't sign his name, so I... What is the difference between a vitamin and a hormone? No? No, I thought you'd have got that one. You can't make a vitamin. What has 2 legs and flies? Yes, Melanie? Ah, I thought you'd have got that one. 2 legs and flies. A wheelbarrow full of manure. Thought you would have got that one. Never mind. What is the difference between a pint of beer and a pea? They all guessed at the same time. You all know the answer. 20 minutes. Yes. Well, now then, to be fair to you all, I'm going to give you all one simple question and you answer them separately. We must be fair, scrupulously fair, and this is a name. It begins W-E-M, Melanie, and it ends L-E-Y. There was 1 letter missing, and the cup final was held there last year. No coaching from the audience, please.
Wembley?
Well done. Oh, isn't that nice? I'm so glad. And now, a nice, easy one for you. Teresa, could you tell me, please, how many people attended the cup final there last year?
About 90,000.
90,002. So, £5 away. And for £5, Jackie, can you tell me their names and addresses?
No, I couldn't. And that's the correct answer to your question.
Yes. Could you tell me what is the difference between and... Oh, well done, Melanie. Oh, you'll soon be having that lovely holiday for 2, won't we? Won't you? Well, it seems that, Melanie is in the lead now, and it seems that there's just one more question to go, and if Melanie If nobody else gets this question right, then Melanie, you are going to have that lovely holiday for two. Well, here is the final question then. What is the Bessarabian equivalent of the patois or slang word Yassif el Achim?
Jabragalubru.
I'm sorry. Zabragalubro. What a pity. So lovely, Melanie. Will you join me now for the sale of the... I beg your pardon? There's a apparently... Well, would you look it up in the Encyclopedia Britannica? And see what I wrote? You did, and it is right. I see. Well then, Jack Reineman, will you now join me for the... Come on! Will you join me for the sale of the half-century? Come on. Here are all the lovely follow. Here, as you can see, Jackie, we have the... Don't get in the way. We have this two-piece toiletry set with, of course, as you can see, the gold-plated seat. What a way to go. Over here, come on, over here. Was that you? Not while the train is standing at a station. We have this lovely clock which goes for 8 days without winding.
And how long will it go if you wind it?
Ha, bloody ha. Come on. Now let's see what else we've got that you can't afford. Even I can't afford that. Over here. We have this very nice leather chair. Would you like to try it? Sit in it. Well, tell me, how does it feel? Darling, who's your friend? Come on, don't And what else have we got? Yes, we've got this very charming 27-piece. 57-piece tea set, which also you can't afford. I'm afraid you only have £20. And what do we have? We only have one thing that you can afford, and it's this very handy spare room toiletry set. There is the basin. You can hand that along, and there is the jug. Angela will hold it for you. And, of course, it wouldn't be complete without that, would it? Would you like to have a look inside? It's all lovely and shiny. Would you like to try it for size? Go on. You see, a perfect fit. It's a bloody convulsion. Oh. And here are Linda and Angela to congratulate you. Good night, or get out of it.
Good noon, men after ladies, gentle bodies. And a very well welcome to our chumps in Great Britain. To the kleine Babykins, to the Mutters and the Vaters. To the Großmutters and the Großvaters. And when I say the Großvater, I don't mean a Großvater so, I mean the father of the father. Here at the Herbertstrasse University, situated as it is in the backside of Hamburg, we are discussing the British way of life, the British people, and getting to know you. Sind Sie all sitzen comfortable-ish? Then ich will begin. The British man is very fond of ladies with the two lovely hemispheres. The lovely ladies of the two hemispheres. But you wouldn't know it because he is so shy and retiring. I give you for instance, a young man is walking along the quayside at Cowes, in the Isle of Widget, where are sailing the yachts. Or he is lying on the beach, a young girl of some 17 summers and 48 winters. With a schöne Figur, mit der kleinen Sitzen und der großen Titzen. And she is almost wearing a itsy-bitsy teeny-weeny bikini. She is practically naked. And what does he do? He says good morning and he goes on his way. His heart is thumping so much that his kidneys are saying, stop dancing up there! A red corpuscle turns to a white corpuscle and says, what's everybody rushing around for? But he says, good morning, and he goes on his way because he does not want to cockroach upon her privacy. You are not listening! Cockroach upon her privacy? Hen crouch upon her privacy. You must use the feminine hen. Do not use the masculine cock. But you are assuming that I am speaking correctly. You must never assume, because when you assume, you make an ass out of you and me. But at this moment in time, the typical British man is probably sitting in the privy of his own home, watching this television show. But he is very hospitable, and if you are alone in London, he will take you out to see the sights, see the horse cart parade, zoological gardens, in Regent's Park, Cleopatra's Noodle, take you to law courts, where true and honest justice is dispensed with. Then he will take you to a nightclub, restaurant, champagne, supper, back to his apartment. Won't charge you anything. You can stay the night there. I know this is true. It happened to my sister. You see? But if you drive into the West End of London by yourself, be very careful. If you park your car, they will give you a ticket. They should give you a bloody medal. If you have a 3-course meal, after the meal, you will want an after-dinner mint. You will need an after-dinner mint to pay for the bill. If the waiter comes along at your table, tell him, piss off, Cape. Because the British have not yet conquered inflation. We, of course, have conquered inflation, just as we conquered Poland and Czechoslovakia.
Und der Krieg ist nicht yet fertig. Und das British Government sind viel große Dummköpfen. Ja, Martin Bormann ist nicht jetzt getan. Deutschland! Deutschland über alles! Deutschland über alles!
I'm sorry. I got carried away a little bit. Anyway, it's been nice being with you. Thank you all, and good night. I'm sorry.
Thank you so much. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here is that talented Eddie Buchanan with the adorable Love Machine.
Everyone has dreams, it seems, from Prime Minister right down to plumber. And comes the morning and the light. Well, who's to say whose dreams are dumber? Now, I may be a fool, but at least I'm a man. And last night, half crazy, I came up with this plan. Well, my dreams are sad, it's a problem, that's a turtle. I took a little ad and I put it in the journal. Opportunities for the girls who live in dreams. And when the girls come by for their audition, I'm gonna say, girls, well, this'll be your mission. You're to be the tops in all my schemes. Here's a little job that you can't sleep on and you won't be fired. Clothes were made to wear and keep on up until we're tired. And honey, you've been hired for dancing in the nude, in the bushes and flowers, just like straight from the showers. Try it off in the light. Let's go dancing in the nude for a couple of hours, till the heavenly powers let us dance nude all night. just like straight from the shower, drying up in the light. Drying up in the light, yes, let's go dancing in the nude for a couple of hours, till the heavenly powers let us dance nude all night.
Tonight we're looking at palmistry and phrenology. And let's meet our expert, Miss Emily Grimley.
Oh, hello! Oh, thank you so much. Wonderful. Hello!
Miss Grimley, do you really feel that palmistry and phrenology can help us find out about ourselves and others?
Oh, yes, I do, particularly where romance is concerned. To all girls, I say, see his palm before you make a date. I always say that. I don't know why, but I do. And another one, read the head before you wed. Because I do feel that every man before getting married should have his head examined. Really, I do feel, I'm sorry, I do feel that.
When did you first become interested in clairvoyance?
Well, when I met my first husband, he was an awfully strange man, you know. He only had one eye. He had a glass eye and a crystal ball. One seemed to compensate for the other, I always thought. You see, with the crystal ball, he could see into the future, you see. You don't do that.
Of course, you also read hands.
Oh, I read hands and feet, heads, all the extremities I read.
Tell us about some of your more remarkable predictions.
Well, there was one lady came to me, 37 years of age she was, and down Fido. 37 years of age she was, and she wasn't even married. I said, don't worry. I said, one day you will have children. I said, you will have children.
And did she?
Within a fortnight, yes. She had twins, a boy and a girl.
Anything else?
No, just a boy and a girl. Well, there was something else, but it flew away, you know. Just jotting, of course. Don't do that. Oh, I'm sorry.
I meant...
Oh, yes, well, there was one man came to me, awfully robust he was, you know, and he was absolutely obsessed with death. I said, don't worry, I said, you'll live to be 80. He said, I am 80. I said, what did I tell you? You see, we're never wrong.
Yes, well, tonight...
Don't do that. Oh, I'm sorry.
Tonight we're going to put some of your claims to the test.
Oh,
and we've got someone, not out of the audience, but straight out of the street, so there's no point in your having met at all.
No.
And we're going to ask you to sit there and tell us about our volunteer simply by reading their hand.
Well, could you put your hand through, please? Oh, thank you. No, I mean... Made a friend for life, then. Well, it's a very short hand. I mean, it could be a typist. According to this little tiny lifeline, you're dead. It's not much of a hand at all. I think if I were you, I'd pass on that one. But, of course, you never can tell. I mean, that hand may one day find gold. By the looks of the nails, they've started digging already. Could I try the head, please? Could I try incline the head just a little? And, oh, I'm learning so much more now, yes. Could I just ask one question?
Yeah.
How old is this lady?
It's a gentleman.
Oh, is it? Oh, well, we can't be right all the time. I find the barrier. Could I try the blindfold, as you simply would if I couldn't? Thank you so much. Thank you. I feel it'll be easier like that, you see. Oh, that's much better. Oh, yes, a lot's coming through to me now. Yes, you fruity old devil, you. Now, that's naughty. You're having me on, aren't you? I've had this trick played on me before. This is a melon, isn't it? I can tell a melon, you know. I can tell.
No, I assure you. No.
Well, oh, I see. Yes, because it's furry. Yes, it could have been a coconut. But I would say that this gentleman is about 42 years of age, stands about 6 foot tall, and he's led a life of drink and debauchery. Let's see. Oh, success! Another success!
Success?
How lovely.
Success?
Yes.
I'm not 42 years old.
But you will be one day. I mean, you were once, weren't you? Yes, that's what I meant.
And I'm not 6 foot tall.
No, but you would be if you had your oats more regular. If you ate your porridge up, you'd grow up and strong, you see, wouldn't you?
And I haven't led a life of drink and debauchery.
You mean you haven't even enjoyed getting to look like that? What a pity.
I think you're a fraud. You couldn't read the bumps in my hair.
Why not?
Because I haven't got any.
Well, you bloody well have now!
Oh, God, help me. Help me. Oh,
Well,
God.
Miss Abigail, my God, what's happened?
Oh, Sheriff, it was horrible. It was them Comanches. There were 8 of them. Oh,
Eight of
God,
them?
it was awful.
Oh, my God.
Horrible.
Miss Abigail, this just ain't your day, is it?
The number of people who are keeping wild animals as pets is growing at an alarming rate. I mean, take, for example, this female crocodile here. In her natural inhabitant, in her natural environment, she lays 1,000 eggs every year. And the male crocodile, you see, he comes along and he eats up 999 of those eggs. Because if he didn't, we'd be up to our bloody necks in crocodiles. But you see, the thing is trust. Look at that. Trust. All right, you're close now, dear. You see? I know how to handle them, but a lot of people don't, you know. You see bad crocodile handlers every day in canteens saying, 3 cups of tea, please. 2 with sugar, and 1 without. And you. You see, and take this poor old Arabian tortoise here. I mean, we found him abandoned in a junkyard. He was exhausted. I mean, for 6 hours he'd been trying to make love to a German soldier's helmet. Well, he was very, very cut up about that. Doesn't even look Jewish. Here, eat. Eat and enjoy. There, you see. Poor old thing hadn't got any teeth. Mind you, he could give you a nasty suck. Now you have to be careful of these wild animals. Take your rhinoceros. Take your long-horned rhinoceros. There he is in the garden, minding his own business. Suddenly an aeroplane comes overhead. Up goes his head. No harm done. Unless you happen to be playing leapfrog with him at the time. Then bang goes your no-claims bonus, doesn't it? But my favourite of all is the big docile elephant. There we are. Come along. Oh, he's a good boy. Oh, look at that. Isn't that sweet? Oh. Did you know, by the way, that elephants in the jungle will walk, when they grow old, they will walk for thousands and thousands of miles across deserts, over rivers, they go through the forests and over the mountains just to die in the elephant's graveyard. And scientists have only just discovered why this is. It's the walk that kills them. Take, for example, snakes. You see, you have to be very careful of... There we are. There, down. All right, down. No. Quite tame. Down you go. Down. There you are, you see. A snake will not bite you unless he is attacked, you see. But, of course, if you have a snake lying around on an armchair and you happen to sit on it, well, then it will bite whatever it thinks is attacking it. And someone will have to suck the poison out. Preferably a friend. And if he's not a friend at the beginning, he will be by the end. Then, of course, you know, some animals can be domesticated. For example, my mother-in-law, she has trained her forest-bred lion to do his little bits of business on the newspaper while I'm reading it. Mind you, of course, I do like these little exotic creatures. But, of course, myself, personally, I much prefer the domesticated animals. In fact, my best friend is my dog. Some people say my only friend is my dog. They say I've milked so many cows that I shake hands 1 finger at a time. That when I die, I would like my skin to be used as the saddle for a lady show jumper, so that I will always be between the 2 things I love best. A good piece of horse flesh and a beautiful woman. But of course, of all the wild animals, I think my favourite is the elephant. There he goes. Well, you know what they always say? They always say that an elephant never forgets. But of course, what has an elephant got to remember? All he has to remember are little kindnesses. An elephant will always remember a little kindness, and he will repay you in the only way he knows how.
Camera 4.
We've only got 3.
Stand by camera 3 and roll the music and zoom into the thing that's there. Stand by with the breeze machine. Zoom into Lindsay DePaul now. Start the breeze machine now. Very gently. Gently.
God.
Yes, my son. Cue Roy Wood now. She got eyes that glow like cigarettes with ashtrays underneath. And when she bites her fingernails, her mother hides her teeth. She told me she was just 18 on the telephone. I thought she meant 18 years, but she meant 18 stone. There are flowers that bloom in summertime, winter and the fall. But the rose that blooms in my heart, that's all. She's lazy, she's lethargic, and working she resents. She's slower than a nudist, trying to climb a barbed wire fence. Well, she talked so slow one evening when she went out with her boss. Before she could say I'm not that kind of a girl, she was. Flowers that bloom in the summertime, winter and the fall, but the rose that blooms in my heart, the best of all. Flowers that bloom in the summertime, winter and the fall, but the rose that blooms in my heart, the best of all.
Now we're going to hear from Roy Orbison's musical Bum.
Roy Orbison's music album. Standby, confetti, and slow machines. When I set up house with Annabelle, my heart was filled with doubt. The bed was all broken and the spring was sticking out. But when I recall our nights together, my heart it wants to sing. We kissed all through the winter and made love right through the spring. I can see clearly that you're the one, the only one for me. Last week I caught you with the butcher. You were kissing and cuddling and such. How could you kiss the butcher when we owe the milkman so much? You promised you would be faithful, but you cheated and you were untrue. But if I had to do it all over again, I'd do it all over you. I can the confetti now. See clearly. Drop the confetti now. That you're the one. Drop. Pour the confetti on him now. For me. I said confetti, not spaghetti. Stand by with the breeze machine. Round to go 5.
You dirty devil!
You can talk with all that down the front of your chair. Stand by, guys and gals. Now.
Never know, never know, never know, never know.
standing in a field all day should be so hard to sit upon when he's so full of hay.
I never know how a rose can look so sweet and pure and hold its head up high when it's standing in manure.
Easy breeze. Easy, easy.
Never know, never know, never know, never know, never know. I'll never know why another nation gave my wife such a beautiful face, with skin as smooth as satin and soft as lace.
Stand by with the smoke machine now.
Gave my wife that beautiful mouth that she's got, and then she stuck her tongue in it and spoiled the blooming lot. Why, I'll never know.
Stand by, try and get a good shot of that bird.
Never know, never know.
That's not
I'll
funny.
Never know. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, I'll never know, never know. Never know. I'll never know. Never know.
Well done, everybody. They've all gone home. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you all again very soon. Until then, bye-bye, God bless, look after yourself.